Hi everyone, this is Becky here, Black Up Beauty 14. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing my first impressions of the Skinn London brushes. Skinn London have got some interesting makeup on their website. They are a London-based brand. They've got BB creams, they've got things for the eyebrows, but they believe to be more specialised in brushes. So I couldn't resist but choosing, I believe, this set I got. This is the 10 picks marble style handle makeup brush set. So they do have another marble set, but it's specialised for eyes. But I thought this one's quite nice because it's got everything from eyes to face. So I'm going to be trying this on my face and giving my first impressions of what I think of the brushes. So if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram right here, where I tend to post my YouTube content here and there. So what did I do? Here and there. So let's get started by doing my first impressions on the Skinn London marble brush set. So the brushes came in this really nice paper, wrapped up paper. So it came really nicely packaged, and these are the brushes. They're still in its plastic packaging. I've not opened them. I haven't even felt them yet. So let's just open them now and feel them. Ooh. So they are individually wrapped. Individually. It feels really soft. This one especially feels really firm but soft, but this would be great for setting the under eyes. So soft. Oh my god, I cannot wait to try these. As you can tell, I've already done my eyebrows because in the set it didn't have an angled brush. And I'm just looking on the website now. It doesn't say that these are synthetic or not. It doesn't really say, but they feel nice anyway. So these are what the brushes look like. So you have 4 face brushes. Oh no, sorry. You have 5 face brushes. And then you've got 4 eye brushes. So they feel really nice. They feel like really good quality. Right, so obviously I'm going to start with my eyes first. I've already primed my eyes with the Essence Eye Base eyeshadow primer. So I've already just primed my eyes. So I'm going to use the 4 eyeshadow brushes. I don't know what this hair is doing. This one's going a bit wild. Just putting that off. So I'm going to create a look using these 4 brushes. So I'm going to be choosing the 77 Life's Beach palette. I did do a full face of 77. I will link that down below if you haven't seen that video already. So I'm going to create a look using this palette. Right, so I'm going to use, I think I'm going to take this brush first. And I want to do something, I don't want to do anything dramatic today. I just want to do something quite summery, but not too dark. So I think I'm going to go in with the shade Sunshine, which is that yellowy colour. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to start by applying this on the crease area. So far the brush, it feels nice. It's packing on the colour very nicely. No issue with that. Alright, okay, I'm now going to take the shade, which is that sort of darker, well, it's not dark, but it's sort of like a darker green. So it's like a green with a bit of grey in it. It's like a grey green. So I'm just going to apply that colour with my finger. Right, so I'm just going to take the angled brush from the Marble Collection. I'm going to use the shade Sun Kissed, which is slightly darker brown. So let's see how the colour packs on. So it's picking up the product okay. So it's picking up the eyeshadow just fine. Just going to pack this on the outer edge. I thought I would use an eyeshadow palette which I know works for me. So that way it's more of a fair review. Because I didn't want to pick up like a brand new eyeshadow palette and then say like, oh no, the eyeshadow is all, oh no, the brushes aren't performing very well when it's not fair. So I wanted to make sure this review was completely fair. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in with that first brush, the yellow. Just going to blend, to see how they blend with eyeshadows. see how they are blending. They seem to be blending okay. So that's good. Alright, so I'll come back to the eyes in a minute. I'm just going to move on to the face. So I've already applied my primer. I've applied the Collection Primed and Ready Illuminating Primer. So this is in the shade, this is in Cool Rose. So I've just applied this to my face. I'm going to go in with the foundation. So I'm going to use a foundation which I know I love, which I know works. So it's this one. This one is the Kiko Skin Tone Foundation, and I'm in the shade Warm Beige 10. So I'm just going to... Now, I don't know which brush I should use as a foundation brush because, well, this one's might be good for highlighting as well as setting under the eyes. This one's obviously like a fan brush. This one is more like an angle brush for bronzing. So it just leaves with these two. So, I mean, this one's quite good because this one's quite depth, but then this one is more like a stippling brush. I'm going to try both actually. I'll try one on each side. So I'll do this one on this side. No. This one on this side, this one on this side. So we can compare the two brushes, I guess. So I'm just going to pump the foundation on my face. Okie doke, right. Let's see how they apply. So, right, I'll go on this side with this brush, even though I've just said that the wrong way, but never mind. So, just going to apply that. Patting it's nice. What is it like if I sweep it? Yeah, it's a little bit streaky if I swipe it, so... Oh yeah, it's much better. It's much better if I pat it. It's not bad actually. That's not bad coverage. It's not bad. Don't know if you can see, but... Yeah, that's not bad coverage. Yeah. It's not streaky or anything. If you do this with it, it'll go streaky. But if you just buff it in like this... Yeah, it's not even streaky. Huh, amazing. Because I was worried because I haven't used a brush in so long on my face. Right, I'm going to try the other side with the stippling one and see what that does. Okay, so this one is nowhere as much coverage as this one. So this side... Yeah, this side isn't building up nowhere as much coverage as this brush. So... Yeah, and I find this one is a little bit... It's a little bit more streaky. It's a little bit more streaky. Yeah, you can see the lines down it. You can't really buff it either, so... Okay, so I've evened it out with that brush. I'm not saying that this brush is bad, I just don't think... I find this one just doesn't... Not intended for foundation, even though it is a stippling brush. But you can use stippling brushes for powder. That's how I like to use these. Which if you're thinking, how do you use this for powder? But they're quite nice if you want them sort of natural days where you don't want to wear an awful lot of makeup. I find what's quite nice is it's good using it as a setting brush to set your powder in place. Or if you just want to wear like powder on its own, you can get like powder foundations. This is really nice for like powder foundations. So you could just swish it around in powder and then swish it all over your face. So this is what I personally think this brush would be great to use for. So not good for foundation, but definitely good for powder. But this one, definitely good for foundation. But it feels weird because I haven't applied my makeup with a brush in years. I've always used a beauty blender, as everyone does in the beauty community. But I think I've set that okay. Right, I'm going to move on to concealer. So I've got this one. This is the Revolution Fast Base Concealer in C1. So I'm going to use this under my eyes. Right, I'm going to use that same brush and see how it applies concealer under my eyes. Oh yeah, it's adding that. It's adding that. Adding that coverage. Yeah, this brush definitely works. Definitely do it in patting motions. Patting motions works so much better with this brush. But be careful under the eyes. Don't pat so hard. Pat quite gently under the eye, because your under eye is the most sensitive part to your face. Okay, so that's the concealer all blended. But no, I'm very impressed with this brush. It's really, really good for doing concealer and that as well. So I'm going to set my face in place because these wrinkles on my forehead are showing up really badly. So for this, I'm going to use this one here. This is the L'Oreal True Match Minerals foundation powder, and I've got the shade Rose Ivory. So I'm just going to set my face with this one. So if I just open the lid, I think I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to use that for setting under the eyes. So I'm just going to dip the brush in there. I'm going to set my under eyes with this. Ooh. That sets it nicely. It's nice and firm, so it really gets under there. And this brush I think will be really good for highlighting as well, so I might use it for that as well. That's really set my under eyes, like, oh my god. So I'm going to set the rest of my face. So I think I'm going to use the highlighting brush, the big fan brush. So swirl my little brush in there. Ooh. Ooh. Because I don't really have a big powder brush in the set, so just going to improvise. Ooh. That's packing on that powder. Ew. That is really packing it on. Right, well, that brush did a good job of setting the makeup. Unfortunately, my face, where I'm so hot, because it's so hot here in the UK at the moment, my face still just feels that tad little bit sticky. But then I maybe should have used a mattifying primer. That might have helped a little bit more, but never mind. It has done a really good job at setting the makeup though, so this brush is really good. Oh, next time I'll probably have to use like a pressed powder, not a loose powder, but a pressed powder. I'll have to use that next time to set it with this brush, because then it'll be easier for it to get in and I can just swish it around better. So, but it has set the makeup really, really nice. So nice. This will also be really nice for contouring as well, so this will be a really nice contouring brush as well. So, right, I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, so I'm going to move on to add a bit of bronzer to the face, because in the monitor I look like I'm a dead ghost when I'm not. So I'm going to grab this one. This one is the MUA Bronzed. It's in the shade Solar Shimmer 110. So this one is more like a shimmery bronze. So I'm going to grab the angled brush from the set. So let's see how it applies my bronzer. Let's just see how it applies that. Ooh. Ooh. Well, there you go, everyone. It feels really firm as well, so it's really buffing in that colour. Yeah, this is nice. Nice. Good. It's not applying streaky or anything. No streaky marks. Nothing like that. Seems to be applying it just fine. I kid you not, this brush has applied my bronzer the best it's ever applied. It's applied, I know this is pigmented, but this has applied it a lot more pigmented than before, because this has really packed it on. Sadly, as I was applying it, it did snap. It did break on me, unfortunately. Nothing like a bit of super glue wouldn't fix, but it's such a shame when you're paying this sort of money. I mean, I paid, I think it was like 20 something pounds, £27 for the set. So when you're paying that sort of money, you don't really want to expect this sort of thing to happen. But we all get faulty products, we all get faulty batches, it just happens. But yeah, a bit of super glue will fix that. But it's a shame because I really liked this. I really liked packing on that bronzer. It really, really did pack it on. No patches, no streakiness. Did a great job with that. So yeah. So if this happens to you, just put a little bit of super glue on it and it will be fixed up in a jiffy. So I'm going to go back in with this brush, and I'm just going to clean up the edges. Right, so now I've applied my bronzer, I'm going to apply my highlighter. So just going to use this one. This is the Wet and Wild highlighting powder. and this one's in Blossom Glow. So I'm just going to grab this one. I'm going to use the same brush I used for under my eyes, so I'm just going to use that to highlight my face. So just going to go in with that, just going to pick it up. Just going to, yep, that works as a highlighter brush. Now, you can use this as well, but I think this one's quite nice because it's very dense, so it will really just pack the colour on. So, oh, that's so nice. Oh, that is really nice. Do the same to the other side. I'm going to apply some to my nose, Cupid's bow and chin. Right, so for my waterline, I went ahead and applied the Khol Me Beautiful Eye Pencil. This is by Makeup Gallery, and this is in the shade brown. I applied that to the waterline, and I've also gone in with the Mascara Revolution by Revolution on my top lashes. So I've just gone in with that. So I'm going to go back in with that same brush I used in the crease. I'm going to go back in with Sunshine, and I'm just going to run this under my eyes. And then connecting it up to the outer edge as well. Okay, I'm going to go back in now with Sun Kissed. I'm going to be using a different brush. I'm going to be using this brush from the kit. Just going to take Sun Kissed. I'm just going to run this under my lower lash line, so I'm not going to bring it down as low. And I'm going to use it to connect this up here. So the last brush to use now is this one. So I know I could have used this one under the lower lashes because this one's a little bit more precise, but the reason I haven't used this one is because I want to test this one for inner corner and brow bone. So I'm going to use the shade Seashell. So I'm just going to grab it on that brush. See what it's like for inner corners. Well, certainly packing it on there. Oh. So that is definitely packing on that colour. Let's see what it's like under the brow bone. Oh, nice. It's nice, it just gives it a little bit of brow bone lift. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my lipstick. So I bought recently the new Revolution New Neutrals Satin Matte Lipstick, and it's in the shade Velvet. I've just applied that on my lips and I really like it. I really like this lipstick. It's my first time ever trying it, so just applied that to my lips. I really like this colour. So all I've got to do is set my face in place now. So I'm just going to be using the Collection Primed and Ready Makeup Fixer Spray. So just going to be using this one. I get my mirror out of the way and we're just going to set it. And this is it, guys. This is the completed look using the brushes. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. My final thoughts on these brushes. So my final first impressions. So let's start off with the eye brushes. So let's start off with this one. This is the one I used in the inner corners and under the brow bone. Excellent for that. Excellent for inner corners and on the brow bone. I think next time as well, this brush I think would be really good for using it under the lower lashes because it's got that precision to it, so it's quite small right at the end, so it'd be really good to go underneath. So that was excellent for that. It did the job. This one was really good for packing on, which colour was this one? Oh yeah, for packing the darker colour underneath. This brush I think would also be good for applying in the crease area as well. It is a little bit big for under the eyes, I'm not gonna lie. I did poke my eye a few times using it. But yet to use it in the crease area and to also apply a bit of brow bone as well, I think this would really work. So this one was good. This one, I wish this brush was a little bit more fluffy. You know, like the Essence brush, which I absolutely love, the big fluffy one. I don't have it with me because it's dirty, but it's big and fluffy. I wish this one was just a little bit more, instead of a bit more like a stipply brush, I wish it was a bit more like a big fluffy one. But it did apply my transition colour very nicely. It did blend it out very, very nice indeed. But yeah, that's all I can say about this brush. I wish it was a little bit fluffy, but still excellent brush. This one was excellent for applying my darker colour on the outer edges. In fact, this brush would be really good for doing a wing, so like a smoky wing. This would be really good for applying a black colour or a brown colour or any colour you want to apply to that outer edge. It would just be really nice to pack it on, and it'd also be good for blending as well because it's got that sort of soft edge on the end, so you can blend it out slightly as well. So that was excellent for that. It really did the job. Right, let's go on to the face brushes. So let's start with this one. So this one was really good for applying highlighter. Did an excellent job. It's got that perfect firmingness, that's not even a word, it's perfectly firm, so it really did pack on the highlighter, and it's also excellent for under the eyes. It really packed on the powder, and I found as well this also gave my under eyes a little bit more coverage as well. So if you want like set your under eyes but you want it to be full coverage, this brush would be excellent for that. So do recommend this for both of those things. This one did set my face really, really well. Next time I'm going to try and use this for contouring because obviously it's got the fan shape to it, which would be nice for contouring. Also be very good for highlighting as well. So, and also this would be very good for sweeping away bake. So if you're baking under your eyes, this would be very good to sweep the powder away. So I really liked it for that. Okay, so the angle brush. This angle brush is probably the best angle brush I've ever used. I'm not even joking, because this really packed on my bronzer really, really well. Usually I have to go over sometimes because it's not because the products are patchy, it's just my brushes sometimes apply products patchy. But this just applied it on straight away. I didn't have to even go over it again. It just applied it so well. Like I said, the only downfall is it did break on me. That is the sad downfall. I mean, like I said, these brushes were £27, so when you're paying that sort of money, I mean, I know there are some much, much more expensive brushes out there. I do understand that. But like I said, you know, just a little bit of super glue will fix that. So that's not really a massive problem. But the brush itself, fantastic for applying on bronzer. Absolutely fantastic. And it'll be very good for blusher too. So really, really good for that. This is the stippling brush. I won't use this for foundation. I know I love light, natural coverage foundations. I really do like those. But I think next time I'm just going to use this for powder only, because you can use stippling brushes for powder just to set my whole makeup in place. So that would work really well with this. But if you want like a light set the makeup but light coverage thing, this would work. But I personally say use this for powder, not really for liquid foundations, because it make it go a bit streaky. So I'd say use this for powder. Powder would work best. And last but certainly not least, the foundation brush. This was excellent. This was really good. I found the best way to apply this was definitely patting it. Don't swish it around, definitely patting it on. And it worked really good under eyes as well. It did give me my concealer a really good decent coverage as well. So packing it on, it just applied the foundation excellently, because I haven't used a foundation brush in years. I've only used Beauty Blender. So for it to apply on my face with my foundation, applied the coverage I wanted, even gave me a little bit more coverage, because that foundation is a medium coverage foundation. I felt like it gave me a little bit more coverage. So even though I'm more of a natural light coverage gal, but if you like a medium coverage, or if you like your full coverage foundations and you want to apply it with a brush, this one is excellent for that. So yes, that is my final thoughts on the brushes. So if you guys have really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram right here, where I tend to post my YouTube content here and there. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great evening, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!